YouTube, what it do? It's your boy, Reggie, with the light. Welcome to another episode of Narrowminded, where I come and bring you out of the darkness into the light. And today, I'm going to be bringing you into the light about the Demon-cratic party. That's right, I said Demon-cratic party. And a lot of black people for a very long time, in these United States of America, have been voting for Demon-crats, okay? And you heard Joe Biden talk about, if you don't vote for Demon-crats, you're not black. He literally had the nerve to tell black people, if you do not vote for me, a white man, then you're not black. Okay? That's the type of brainwash that's how brainwashed my community is. That's how brainwashed my community is. But anyway, why would my black people vote for the Demon-cratic party? This is the party that supports the Ku Klux Klan. This is the party that the Ku Klux Klan pretty much invented to go against the Republicans who freed the slaves. I know y'all like, wow, like Reggie, you talk about the Republicans. Listen, I don't care for neither one of them. I don't even vote. But I damn sure do not vote for the Demon-crats, okay? Not anymore. Not since I have been woken up. Not since my eyes have been open to the type of illusions that the Demon-crats put on the black community to make it seem like they're doing us a favor when they're making us weaker and more dependent upon the state. Okay? But let's get into it, right? Let's get into it. So, now this information I'm going to give you about the Ku Klux Klan, right? This is from the History Channel, right? This is from a white channel that's on TV. This didn't come from no black person. This didn't come from a black professor. This came from the horse's mouth itself. All right. So this is about the Ku Klux Klan. So here we go. Founded in 1865, the Ku Klux Klan, KKK, extended into almost every southern state by 1870 and became a vehicle for white southern resistance to the Republican Party. They came a resistance to the Republican Party's Reconstruction era policies aimed at establishing political and economic equality for black Americans. Okay? Its members waged an underground campaign of intimidation and violence directed at white and black Republican leaders. Though Congress passed legislation designed to curb Klan terrorism, the organization saw its primary goal, the reestablishment of white supremacy, fulfilled. Now listen to what this said. Congress passed legislation designed to curb Klan terrorism. The organization saw its primary goal, the reestablishment of white supremacy, fulfilled through Democratic victories in the state legislatures across the South in the 1870s. Okay, did y'all see that? They said the Ku Klux Klan organization saw its primary goal to reestablish the reestablishment of white supremacy fulfilled through Democratic victories in the state legislatures in the state legislatures across the South in the 1870s. All right, I'm going to keep reading. After a period of decline, white Protestant nativist groups revived the Klan in the early 20th century, burning crosses and staging rallies parades and marches denouncing immigrants, Catholics, Jews, African Americans, and organized labor. The civil rights movement of the 1960s also saw a surge of Ku Klux Klan activity, including bombings of black schools and churches and violence against black and white activists in the South. A group including many former Confederate veterans founded the first branch of the Ku Klux Klan as a Tennessee social club in Pulaski, Tennessee in 1865. The first two words of the organization's name supposedly derived from the Greek word kaiklos, meaning circle. In the summer of 1867, local branches of the Klan met in a general organization convention and established what they called an invisible empire of the South. Leading Confederate General Nathan Bedford Forrest was chosen as the first leader or Grand Wizard of the Klan. He presided over a hierarchy of Grand Dragons, Grand Titans, and Grand Cyclopses. All right. The organization of the Ku Klux Klan coincided with the beginning of the second. The organization of the Ku Klux Klan coincided with the beginning of the second phase of post-Civil War Reconstruction, put into place by the more radical member of the Republican Party in Congress after rejecting President Andrew Johnson's relatively lenient Reconstruction policies in place from 1865 to 1866. Now, who is Andrew Johnson? Okay, y'all remember who Andrew Johnson is. Andrew Johnson is the president that took over after they killed Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was the president who freed the slaves, right? He was a Republican. Abraham is also a funny name because Abraham is also who God made his covenant with, you know, in the Holy Bible, in the word of God. And it's funny how the president named Abraham is the one who freed the black slaves, right? But anyway, let's keep it moving. We're going to talk about Andrew Johnson. Now, this is from the History Channel, from a white man's channel. Who is Andrew Johnson? Andrew Johnson, born 1808 and died 1875, the 17th U.S. president, assumed office after the assassination of Abraham Lincoln, and he held office. The assassination of Abraham Lincoln, who lived from 1809 to 1865. Johnson, who served as president from 1865 to 1869, was the first American president to be impeached. A tailor before he entered politics. He was a tailor before he entered politics. Johnson grew up poor and lacked a formal education. He served in the Tennessee legislature in U.S. Congress and was governor of Tennessee, a Democrat. He championed populist measures and supported states' rights during the U.S. Civil War. Okay? So Andrew Johnson was a Democrat, right? And it's funny how he was poor. He didn't have a good education, but somehow he still ended up in Congress, ended up passing legislation and all that. That's crazy. So when after they freed the slave and they assassinated President Lincoln, the Congress had to let me see where it said that. Where it said. Let me get to where I was at before I told y'all about. It says Okay, so it says the organization of the Ku Klux Klan coincided with the beginning of the second phase of post-Civil War Reconstruction, put into place by the more radical members of the Republican Party in Congress. So the Republican Party in Congress are the ones who put in place a more radical Reconstruction, which gave freedoms to African Americans. And that's when the Ku Klux Klan kind of coincided and kind of went away for a while. Because when Andrew Johnson, is that his name? When Andrew Johnson, a Democrat, became the president after they killed Abraham Lincoln, he kind of softened the rules on the Reconstruction rules that help black people. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna read today, and I'm gonna just discuss this because for the longest time, we as black people have been the Demon-cratic party has played with us. They have bamboozled us. They have bamboozled us. They have tricked us into believe that they're on our side when the whole time they have been the enemy. They have been the enemy. So what do? They give us social services. What does social services do? Social services take away our independence. It takes away from us building a black Wall Street, because now what we're doing is depending on the state hand and foot for food and monetary gain. You know, now we're dependent. So what they can do is they can give us a certain amount of money, they can give us a certain amount of food, and they can give us public housing, which they all control. They can control the rules of how much food they give us. They can control the rules of how much money they give us, and they can control the rules of the public housing. And everybody know public housing, when a black woman is on public housing, she cannot have a man in the household. What does this do? This tears apart the black family. What does this do? This leads to single parent households and single income households. And what does that lead to? That leads to children with mental and psychological issues. That leaves children with low self-esteem. That leaves children without the other half of their parental advisory. So them knowing that the woman is the weaker vessel of the two, and they can manipulate the woman by giving her housing, food stamps, child care, and all other type of social services, as long as you keep the man away. So now they can replace the man with social services. They can replace the man with child support, with these things that with monetary things that cannot replace a father, that cannot replace a man in the community. And this is why these Demon-crats have been playing this game in the black community and have been confusing us and have been having us vote for them while the whole time they have been our enemy the entire time. Our community has not gotten better because of Demon-crats. Our community has gotten a lot worse because of Demon-crats. Okay? Our community has been divided because of Demon-crats. The man and the woman, the black man and the black woman are at war right now because of the policies of the Demon-crats. We do no longer own our own hotels, our own grocery stores, our own major league sports leagues. We do no longer own our own hotels, our own hospitals. We had that before Dr. King got us civil rights, and he ended up realizing that he did something terrible. And when he realized that, then he was going to start to set up start to organize for us to get reparations, but that's when they killed him. Okay? So we have to understand that we've been being played this entire time. And as long as Joe Biden is able to tell you that if you don't vote for Demon-crats, then you're not black. And as long as they can put Kamala Harris in front of you, who do not support the black community. Ever since she's been elected, you haven't heard anything from Kamala Harris. She has not ever supported anything. She has not ever did anything for the black community except lock our black men up. That's the only thing she has done. But for some reason, she received, like your boy Kanye said on Drink Champ, she received 94% of the black female vote, because black women are so easily manipulated. And that's who they have targeted, the black woman. But the black woman, you can't tell them nothing. Well, at least a black man can't tell them nothing, so they're not going to listen. They're going to continue to fall for the trick. They're going to continue to fall for the trick that leads their black sons into prison, their black brothers into prison, their black fathers into prison. Y'all gonna continue. Who signed the worst, legislation for prisons? That was a Demon-cratic president by the name of Bill Clinton, who the black people worship. And they don't even understand that the reason why a lot of your fathers, brothers, and sons were locked up because of the legislation that this Demon-cratic President Bill Clinton signed while he was in office. So y'all are so lost. We are so lost and we're so confused. And I don't understand, why would black people continue to vote for the Demon-crats who were pretty much supported by the KKK and was pretty much formed by the KKK. Anyway, it's your boy Reggie with the light. Had to come give y'all this information. Hopefully you take it and do what you need to do with it, and don't neglect the truth, because this is history. This is on this is from the History Channel. This ain't come from no pro black activists or anything. This came from the horse's mouth itself. So wake up, people. You're being tricked, you're being bamboozled, and it's right in front of your face. But anyway, it's your boy Reggie with the light. If you like this video, share, comment. It's your boy Reggie with the light, and I'm out.